Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 convention. We're glad to have you here, and thank you especially for listening to or coming to Tech Talk. We're going to make this available for you later on, but I'd like to jump into what social media accounts Florida Watercolor Society has and what accounts you can use. I've been asked to participate in today's presentation. However, since I'm not in St. Petersburg, my presentation is going to be by Zoom. I'm actually sitting on a riverside in northern Arkansas. Florida Watercolor Society works very hard to maintain social media outlets. We have 3 Facebook and 1 Instagram social media accounts. The first of those Facebook accounts is our primary one. It's just Florida Watercolor Society, and it has, well over 4,000 followers, pushing 4,500. Its primary purpose is to let everybody know what the goals, the missions, objectives, activities, events, everything that's going on in the Florida Watercolor Society, not just to our membership, but to the greater public as well. There are a number of artists and art groups, some of you members of, that are interested in what's going on. We also include convention information and exhibition information, prospectus, so on. This is information for you, but it is not a place for you to post. If you do have some information you think should be posted to it that would go out to the 4,000 some members, please contact me. The information has my email address. We do have 2 other Facebook pages, both of which we would like you to participate in if you can. We have one that's a group. Both of these are groups off the main page, and you're welcome to join either one of them. One is the Members Spotlight, and it's the primary purpose for you to post information on artwork you've done, awards, recognitions, contributions you've made to the arts. If you want critiques from people on a piece of artwork. Now, this is a very art-oriented group. Please, no pictures of tumbling kitty cats. And it is not a medium for you to sell stuff as much as it is for you to share the work you're doing and information you might have on art activities and organizations. So any FWS member can join that group the group name is FWS Member-Spotlight. It's on your information. And go to the group, ask to join it, follow the directions, and we'll be very happy to let you in. The second one you can also post to, and that is for people who have attended either virtually or physically the 2022 convention. It is a private group, just like the Member Spotlight is, and its purpose is for you to share your experiences and work and comments on the 2022 convention and any workshops that you might have participated in, where you look for video, anything else. If you've attended the workshop, you're quite welcome to post it. You were given an email that had an invitation to join the group. Now, this particular Facebook page has a life expectancy, and unfortunately, it's going to die October the 22nd. So go ahead and check it out, but it is basically one that we create each year for the convention. We also have one Instagram account that has over 1,200 followers right now. Its primary purpose is the same as our main Facebook page, to share information with both our members and other people interested in the activities of the Florida Watercolor Society. Now, let's take a look at some of the benefits. I particularly want to talk to you today more than anything else about the benefits of you starting your own Instagram account. You know, Instagram is another social media. Most all of you know that, and happens to be owned by Facebook now. I think they took it over sometime within the last year. Now, this was originally developed to be a visually oriented type of social media. It was developed, the first one that was developed at first exclusively for the mobile phone, smartphones. And it now can be used on a computer. So you can post from your computer or you can post from your smartphone. And as I said, it's a very visually oriented type. It can be integrated with your Facebook page too, if you're, you know, a minor amount of techie stuff. The types of Instagram accounts, there are actually two types. There's both a personal and a business account. Now, the personal account is where you can post almost anything that you want within reason, of course. Pictures of food, dinner out, cats doing handstands, tumbling, whatever. Your hubby washing the dishes, if you can get him to do that. Grandkids, and so on. The second type is a business account. Now, both of these are free, so you're not going to be out anything there. What I'm encouraging is you might take a look at starting an Instagram business account. This is something that you can use to build your own network and to establish a digital following. Using an Instagram business account, you can show your work to an entirely new audience, expanded beyond artist friends. It's ideal for paintings, and it's easier to use than it's ever been in terms of cropping it to fit your painting and so on. But one of the reasons that I'm suggesting it is now the new place to go discover artwork. Most of you know how badly galleries have fared since starting with the first recession in 2020 and then the most recent one. And there are only about, I'd say, less than half the number of galleries in the country that used to be. But a lot of collectors are turning to Instagram as a way to discover new artists. Instagram is really quite quick and easy to use. You don't even need a computer. You can do all of this with if you've got a smartphone. If you want to set up an account, there are dozens of different videos on YouTube that will let you actually walk you through how to set up one. Most of these explain it in terms of use from the mobile phone. You can come up and find a number of them, but I have written the name in the handouts that Ron so kindly provided for you, the name of at least one that is available. And it's called How to Use Instagram for Beginners 2022. She walks you through how to set this up on a mobile phone. You could probably follow her along on a computer and set it up that way. I actually prefer to do my posting from the computer, first off, because it's a much bigger screen. And I can prepare all kinds of things in advance if I want to get fancy. But if you just want to take a picture, you could actually do everything from your phone. Take a picture, crop it. It has a bunch of different types of photo embellishment tools built into it, like brightening it up or creating the contrast or saturating the color. And they're all quite easy to use, very similar to what you already are familiar with if you use a smartphone. It is 25 minutes long, and you could probably find something quicker. Now that you have an Instagram account, here's where you start scratching your head and say, what do I do with it? And what is a hashtag anyway? Well, there are also some excellent programs that will walk you through some of the most effective ways you can make use of an Instagram account. I started one about a year ago, invited maybe half a dozen, and already have about 700 people following me. Most of them are not artists. They're just people interested in the artwork. Haven't sold anything through it, but I think from what I can tell, it's driven people to my website. Now, don't get me wrong, not everything should be done on Instagram, though you can do that. Your website is probably your primary tool. But once you get an Instagram account, there are a number of different things you can do to boost your following. And in the handout that Ron's providing you, or that you could probably get a copy of through email, I'll let Ron tell you if that's the case. I'm recommending a blog that's on a website called Creative Capital. And that one particular blog item is called Best Practices, Instagram Best Practices for Artists. It walks through a number of things, explains to you what hashtags are, what types of things you should post, how often you should post or not post if you don't care to do it more than, say, once a week, or you want to do it every day. That's up to you. Now you're saying, why should I do this? Well, it is becoming more popular than most of the other social medias for visual work. Facebook is getting to be, sorry to say, a little bit passe. The young people discovered us old folks were using it, so they flittered away to something else. But Instagram is still something that's used a great deal when you're trying to display business type pictures. And if you think that's unusual or something an artist doesn't do, I strongly recommend that you go to Instagram, easy to find on your computer, instagram.com, and in the search, put in the name of some of your favorite artists and just see who's on it. When you find some of the best artists in the country have extensive, long-running Instagram accounts, and some of our best artists in Facebook as well, I think you'll find that there's probably a reason. You're really getting your images out to a much bigger artist. And word of mouth, oh, there's a great search tool in Instagram. So learn what a hashtag is, that helps. That's where people are going now to find artwork. And in the handout, there is a place where I give the references for statistics I'm about to throw out. I'm not giving to you, but you can find the sources. Basically, something like 70% of art collectors go to Instagram now. And that's one of the places that they look, and often the first place that they look. And over 50% of them are saying that they have contacted an artist as a result of that. They're not saying they bought anything, but it's becoming a source for finding things, particularly since there are fewer galleries than there used to be. And galleries, of course, are taking 50% and in some cases 60%. So I encourage you to give it a try. And that's all she wrote.